Hello everyone. Today I wanted to share my favorite decks with you. Hopefully by the end of this video you will be able to build a comfortable deck by yourself. So these are three of my favorite decks. First you have the Bellatrix decks. Now actually first I want to get into this deck building. First you have to focus on the echoes. You want to build your deck around your echo. So my first echo here is the Bellatrix echo. For the Bellatrix echo, the number of times the damage occurs, the more the counter for the echo will be charged up. Basically, you want to trigger more numbers instead of simply big numbers. Like what happens in Sectum Sempra, at most you get like four big numbers. So you want to ignore that. Instead, use atmospheric charm or thunderstorm or orb of water. Now, if you would look at this deck, first we have the Niffler. Now it gives you extra energy. If you want to take a tip from me, it would be to like place the Niffler away from you. That will stop the opponent from getting you and the Niffler in one spell, and also this will give the Niffler to survive more, like chances of surviving more for longer while, and that will help it in giving you more energy back. Then there is the Nebulous Charm, the second one. It lets you heal just a bit. It's not really much, but most importantly, it lets you hide. It can hide you from the summons, which can be helpful. And the biggest of all, it can hide you from the atmospheric charm. And seriously, the atmospheric charms are like annoying. So you really want to use the Nebulous. Then you have Confringo. Basically, this is an insurance to handle a spam of summons. You want to use it whenever you feel overwhelmed by a lot of creatures on the battlefield. Then we have the Thunderbolt, and this spell is an all attacking auto aim god tier spell, like super useful to use when you see both the opponents have low health and you don't want to give your opponents a chance to revive each other. Okay, now next you have the Orb of Water. In my opinion, it is the best legendary card. Quickly catches the opponents and even restricts their movements. They can still use spells, but yeah, it's not a big deal. You should, whenever you cast it, you should use it and like move with it, and so that you can catch multiple opponents and summon. That way, you can maximum the damage output. Try to use it in a way so that when you move you are able to move it towards the other opponent. Okay, the, and then next is the Incendio, Atmospheric Charm, and Inflatus. Now you want to use these as pairs. Why gather up to 7 energy and use the Inflatus and Incendio combo, and it will give out a lot of damage, like a ton of it. Like it will usually, if you use Incendio, the opponent will run away from it and only get like 2 to 4 ticks. But if you use Incendio, but first use Inflators, that will make them catch all of the damage. Same for Atmospheric Charm. That way, also Incendio and Atmospheric Charm make the opponent like use up their movement cards, which is a really good benefit of them. Now, the companions you want to use with these are, well, like Ron Weasley is obviously the most common companion used as of the moment. It just catches all of the summons, and that's really helpful. Same, use McGonagall for that. It can transform all the summons in one go right at the start. That will help you control a spam of summons. Okay, and the Hagrid companion is also a key. Like it will let you take a big the Hagrid spell. It lets you move quickly towards this or that side. It lets you dodge big spells. It also renders inflators and annoying spells useless. Also, it gives you an extra amount of HP that you can let you get yourself damage on, right? So these three will help you. Okay, the next, this was the first deck. Now I will move on to the second deck, which is the summon deck. Okay, for the summon deck, you want to either use the Hagrid or the Neo Echo. The Neo Echo is more about spamming, while the Hagrid Echo gives boost and healing to your highest magic energy summon, right? So for this deck, again we have like Nebulous and Confringo, right? So, but the other spells, well, first and foremost, Peer Totem Locomotor, best summon spell, can can absorb high amount of damage, so really hard to kill, and they like just get the opponent in a corner. Then there is also high energy use Antipodian Dragon. It is a basically a glass cannon, which means it gives out more damage but dies very quick. The advantage it has that like it is an air unit, so ground spells won't work on him. Now, next there are a lot of options, so you can like I'm using Swelling Solution and the Bombastic Bomb. Swelling Solution makes these Pure Totem Locomotives even more deadly, and the Bombastic Bomb is for when you spam the pixies or the spiders. Now, I prefer pixies because they are airborne units, and spiders just seem like really easy to kill. Now, one more I have added is the center card. The center card is a back card, like the back summon. It just stays in the back and hurts from there, and it's really good that way because they won't always aim for the center. But placement is key. Always place him away from you so that it stays alive. Okay. For summons, you have a lot of option. Let me show you more. Right, like so there is Fiend Fire. You can use the Fiend Fire and Epic spell combo. Then there is the Norwegian Dragon Egg. The Norwegian Dragon Egg and the where is it? Unicorn. Yes, these two you have to heal up them first and then they attack. Both of them really good. And as you can see, there is the Thunderbird. It also helps. Right, and more Monster Book of Monsters, the Fire Crab, the Matter God. The Monster Book of Monsters help you in dealing with opponents using Nebulous. Fire Crab lets you deal with annoying spells like Atmospheric Storm. Matter God, it cannot be killed by in a single go. Right, you can either use these three Monster Book of Monsters or this one. I use this one, and the rest. Okay, this Fire Crab right over here. Metacod, and all these are so good. Bombing Willow and Poppers and Acromantula's Nest. So a lot of options in the summon category, right? And for the companions again, you can use Ron and McGonagall for handling summons, and Lottes for some extra energy down the way, like you quickly want to use Spiritomb Locomotor again. Oh, also a key thing to do is to keep your Ron Weasley card at the start with you. A lot of people are bound to use Spiritomb Locomotor very quickly right at the start. To use your Ron card after they use the Spiritomb Locomotor. Okay. Now, since we are done with this echo, time for the last but not the least. This is one of my new favorite echoes, though. So, how does the Harry echo work? Harry powers up spells which have a cost of 3 or lower, right? So, as you will see, all of these are 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2. Only this is 5. I will explain how, why, what is happening. Okay. So first we will start from this way. First, this is Expulso. It's a sudden burst damage. Interrupts your spells and pushes them back as well, back or forward. It gives them a big push. Key thing is it interrupts your spells, which means you can interrupt a revive, which is a key, right? Okay. Then there is the Opagno and Broomstick combo. It is a really overpowered combo, more like Rook. The Opagno spell is really good. at dealing damage. It cannot be stopped. Once it is used, it will deal damage no matter what, to either a summon, to either a opponent, but it will definitely deal damage. The only thing is the range is very less, so you can use broomstick to fly to the opponent's side, or you can use it to quickly deal with a summon heading your way like a monster book of monster or the peer to thumb locomotor, right? Then there is Expelliarmus, also again interrupts, disarms, whatever you want to say, it interrupts the opponent. Again, you can stop the revive key, very good. And actually, if you use it in a row and there are multiple opponents on that row, then you can hit, I think you can hit two or maybe three, but maybe only two. I have only experienced two, so you can hit two at least in a row, or maybe it is three or four, I'm not sure, but you can hit quite a few, right? Then there again inflators, already I told you. Now the best spell you have in this deck, snowballs. You want to make sure that you are at the end of your own battlefield and you hit the furthest opponent you can. It will deal a lot of damage. The more the snowball rolls, the more damage it will do, the more bigger the snowman at the end will be. The snowman at the end will also make them slow. So you really want to make it roll a lot. So always stay at the end of your battlefield and hit the furthest opponent, okay? Snowball deals a lot of damage. Harry Echo increases the damage by 40, 47 or something. Basically 50% damage increased, right? And then again we just have Confringo to deal with summons and Nebulous again to hide from spells, right? Now there is again in the companions Ron and McGonagall as always, and Hermione you can swap with something else. I just picked Hermione to like deal to do a extra snowball or extra expelliarmus right at the start, okay? And that was it. Those were my three best decks, the most used ones. This one is most used, as you can see. All of the was mostly are like golden already. There are these two decks also. The Dobby deck is really good. The spells don't really matter in this deck. You can use anything, they don't get boosted. The only thing is that Dobby lets you dodge a lot. Every other card turns into a apparition card, so you can disapparate, teleport quickly, so dodge spells quickly as well, right? And that helps a lot. You save a lot of health, right? And another deck, this is the Frost spell where you use Glacius Maximus with these companion cards and the Time Turner, and it will deal huge damage. Only thing is you have to take time to get used to this deck, because you will need to manage your energy a lot. And that was it for this video. Thank you everyone. If you have any questions, you can ask in the comment, I will answer. Thank you.